I don't know what's bigger, Pokemon Go in 2016 or Pokemon cards now.
That's true.
Like Pokemon Go in 2016 was literally every news article, every website. But then you look at anything now, you look at news, social media now, everything is Pokemon cards.
Yeah, but that was the, I think Pokemon Go, for me, when I got into it again, obviously I've been a hardcore Pokemon fan my entire life. Like I just left my cards in my wardrobe because to be fair, I just wasn't keen. I was much more happy playing the games, trading, battling, than looking at cards. It was not really something I wanted to do when I was a young teenager. Or you just don't do. You want to go outside and play football, ride a bike, and do cool stuff. Yeah, where not this is not cool, but it's more of a. It's ironic because Pokemon in itself is you start as a kid, but collecting Pokemon cards in the way we do, with putting them in binders, making sure they're really neat, it's like an adult thing, right? I think it is. I think it's something you do when you get older and you start to mature and you think, what, I do enjoy these things. I enjoy riding my bike still, but I don't enjoy, staying out till 11 o'clock, kicking bottles on the street. I enjoy my interest, right? My hobby,
silly, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think we do go through that like the journey with it. But anyway, for me, Pokemon Go was what brought me back in because Pokemon Go happened. And even though I've been playing Pokemon my entire life, Pokemon Go was where I was like, all right, now I feel like a kid again because now I am riding my bike. I'm running around my town, driving around, not driving while playing, but driving to Pokestops, driving to gyms and stuff like this, And me and my friend were running into a graveyard, at one point, following a Growlithe. Literally, we were like, why are we here? We didn't mean to be, but we just followed the footsteps. Back when it was sick.
Especially when a Gengar.
Cancelled. Growlithe, yeah. Cancel me for catching a Growlithe. But yeah, that craze was huge. But following that, what you saw, especially with the internet culture, you saw BuzzFeed, you saw all these people say, how much are your cards worth? This is how much your Charizard's worth.
You won't believe number 7.
Yeah, I didn't see those because I think as soon as Pokemon Go came out, I was searching Pokemon anywhere. I was just Googling it, searching it, doing whatever because I was in the zone again. That's when I came across the YouTube. That's when I came across certain videos yourselves, Scott's, blah blah blah, and went back into my collection. But that there, I think what happened, I think it's like a tidal wave, right? Pokemon Go came, and then when Pokemon Go came, it just shoveled all these people back into the hobby again of Pokemon, and then they started searching, and then they started seeing the articles, how much is your card worth? And then you had like a few years of these people getting in, myself, I guess Pokerare, blah blah blah, getting into the hobby of collecting again cards, and then the Logan Paul or COVID, and then Logan Paul just brought it back again, and all those people who've been there for years are now seeing themselves have so much more exposure and so much more people coming to the hobby. So I wonder what's next. I wonder what's going to be the next thing. And obviously Sword and Shield, you've got all these other games that add to it now, right? It's just snowballing.
But there's not many people our age who didn't play a Pokemon game, right? Or didn't trade the cards. Like everyone did
or know
it
what
at
it
some
was,
point.
right?
Yeah.
Or knew what Pikachu is, or knew what Ash is, blah blah blah.
Even the cool kids used to do it. Like
I remember at secondary school, it was when I wasn't playing Pokemon as much, and pretty much every one of the cool kids had on their BlackBerry or whatever a copy of like Pokemon Red, and they'd play it like during lessons and stuff. Oh, I'll play Pokemon. Yeah. And I remember I was like, nerds.
Yeah.
But I think Pokemon has been a part of a lot of our generation's life. And I think because of how this year has gone, it's been a nostalgic year. So people have gone back to Pokemon. It's a safe place, right?
Well, because we've all looked back on when life was like
better,
real, when we had real lives.
Yeah, but
we're like, remember back in my day when we used to go outside? Oh, let's go Pokemon. Yeah.
But I think that's always going to be ingrained in people now. Yeah, I think the people are starting to recognize the importance of Pokemon in our lives. Like, if this all fell off the cliff, then when we're 50, we'll still be like, oh, Pokemon's still cool. Like, it has got a value in our lives, and that's not monetarily. I mean, importance in terms of how we decide to live. We decide to invest time in spending their games. We invest time by doing a podcast or looking at the Pokemon news, or getting excited about a new Pokemon Go bundle where you get a Master Ball for catching the loot.
If I gave up Pokemon today, I'd probably be naked tomorrow. Most of my clothes have Pokemon on there.
Yeah. Look at you. The hat, the jacket. In Super Mario is pretty, it's on the same tracks, right? As Pokemon. So,
it's true. It's everything in our lives is related around nerd culture. Like, and like even normal adults our age, like jobs like games programmers and stuff, they exist now. They didn't exist the same way then, and I know a lot of them. All their houses are filled with nerdy stuff, whether it's a toy Pikachu or a bust of Halo's Master Chief's helmet, or it's a guitar from a band they like when they're little. Everyone collects things now. There is no one that's just like, everyone's like, oh, I'm a minimalist, and then you go in and they've got like a Charizard figurine or something. You're like,
yeah,
man, really
it's like, I think we have to. I mean, in a way, we have to be grateful for the fact that we're allowed this. Because if you look at our generation compared to generations before us, it was poverty, it was war. Literally our age, going out to fight in the war. It's crazy as that is. It's the way it was, right?
The last generation?
No.
I don't remember my mum being in a war.
No, generations before. But my point is now is like, where would we be without all this nerd stuff? We'd be so bored because what else are you going to do? We've got nothing to do other than work. We've got nothing to do. So we need sports, we need games, we need nerd stuff to keep us through it. And that's why that's why COVID happened. And obviously, people do credit Logan Paul for changing the hobby, which he did, but we all know, especially those who were in it before, it was COVID. COVID was I bought a £30 Machamp PSA 9 one week, and the next week it was £300. And that wasn't just Logan. That was something happened. I don't know what happened. It wasn't anything, was it? It just blew up like
PSA closed in, I think it was April or late March, and then we opened in May, and we had to put 3 deadlines in. And each one of those deadlines was our biggest month ever. The first May deadline was bigger than all of the months previous. The second one was bigger than that. The third one was bigger than that. And that was like, what happened there? Did everyone just get stuck in their attic and find their binders?
We didn't have a month of decline.
No, every month has been bigger since
from May
the lockdown
to Feb.
start of lockdown, yeah.
Yeah, so that just shows how much the interaction was there with Pokemon. And the thing is, I think you make a very good point about the snowball, right? So the people who love Pokemon get back into it, and then people who are maybe more on the fringes are like, oh yeah, I'll give that a go because they're giving it a go. It provides confidence. And then people who potentially have only had very little interaction with Pokemon in their lives then go, oh, what's Pokemon? And then they become involved. Like it is definitely a snowball effect where you just keep adding people, collectors, gamers, the rest of it.
Do you remember at the start of the lockdown trying to get a Nintendo Switch? Like, did you look and try and find a Nintendo Switch at the start of lockdown?
Bro, even until now they're hard to get. I don't think the actual Switch is easy to get still.
You can get like Switch Lights.
But
that is about it.
It must have been something. Maybe it was just content creators posting more. Like, I mean, I started mine back in September. I know Leon Hart was going hard there. Real Breaking Nate, Under the Leaf. I think there must have been a reason I started my channel, other than this hidden face was maybe Hidden Face was the one. It probably is. It's probably
Hidden Face was ridiculous. Like Hidden Face has caused such a storm.